Yo, what is up, everyone? So today I decided to make this website using HTML and SASS or SCSS, whatever you want to call it. And pretty much it's standard, typical websites you've seen. And it's just the hero section. And then you can see we got the little hover action right here. And then also when I shrink it, got a little mobile responsive action. And then pretty much you can go and use this as like a starting point. And then also, if you want me to make this like a full site, let me know. But like here, we got the, let me make this a little bigger. You got like the iPhone version. We got like the super skinny Galaxy Fold. There's 280 pixels. And then we just have like the typical just regular standard one here. Now this is just HTML and SASS. I have other videos where I use like JavaScript where you have like the mobile menu drop down, all that fanciness. But for this one's pretty simple and a short tutorial. So without further ado, if you want to see how I created this, then let's hop into my code editor and let me show you how I did this. All right, so the very first thing I'm going to do is create our index.html page. So let's just go ahead and type in index.html, and then I'm going to create a folder, and this one's going to I'm just going to call this one styles. And then in here we can have, if we right click, hit new file, just call this style, or styles, I guess you should say, .scss. So I'm gonna press enter here. And then I'm gonna have an images folder as well. So I might as well just click on here, create one there. And I'll have one image for this. So before we do get started, if you haven't used SASS before, go ahead and click on this icon of using VS Code and just type in, I believe you just type in live SASS, it should pop up. And let me see, yeah, live SASS compiler. And then simply download this one, and then if it doesn't show automatically, just restart VS Code, but if it does, then you should be set to go. And then pretty much if I exit off here, you can see we have this little watch SASS thing at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is actually go here to index. I'm going to do shift once exclamation, press tab. Mine autocompletes here. Let's go ahead and let's just type in link or press tab here. And then since we have a styles folder, I have to do // to go into the styles folder. And then after that, I'm going to do slash again and then just target styles, except I'm just going to say styles.css. And then in the H1, let's just do H1 and be like, yo, save. And then when I right click, I have live server installed too. So if you don't have that extension, you can actually go ahead and install that too. So let me show you what happens is once you have live server installed, so go back to extensions, live server, this one right here, and then pretty much it's like hot reload so that whenever I refresh, I can just like hit save and it automatically auto-completes. So that's pretty cool there. Now what I want to do is actually, let's go to our styles.scss. And let's just type in, I have the H1 right now. Let's do curly brace and let me do color red. So I'm gonna hit save. And right now nothing is happening. So what I'm actually gonna do is go to this little button down here, the watch SASS. I'm gonna click on it. And right when I do it, what ends up happening is it creates this file right here, and then it creates this styles.css. So pretty much now anything I enter into the styles.css folder or SCSS, so if I do like display, flex, justify, content, center, and I save it, it automatically will do the additional CSS stylings for additional browsers, and it's way easier versus you having to go in there and having to manually add all of that fanciness. So that's pretty cool here. So you don't have to touch the CSS file ever. You can just go here and just do everything in your styles at SCSS, and then you're pretty much set to go. So it looks like I have my images folder in the style, so I'm gonna drag it out before we run into issues. And now we can actually go ahead and start adding our code. So let's go ahead, I'm gonna go erase this, and then I'm just gonna put a command / for a comment and just call this navbar section. And then here I'm gonna go nav dot, and then when you do this, you can type in the class name. So navbar is the class. I press tab, it automatically auto-completes. That's pretty cool. And then what I can do is do an A tag, and I'm gonna say dot navbar __ logo. Press tab here, and then its logo href, let's just put a slash for now. Obviously, you'd link that to some page that you want for the home page, but mine, keeping it there. And I just want to have SASS here. So I'll save that there. And then we're outside the A tag, but we're still inside of the nav. I'm just going to do a div. So I'm just going to say dot nav bar underscore bar. So this is essentially the bar's icon. So press tab there. And right now I have this font awesome icon installed. So what I'm gonna do is let me just add it first. So it's gonna be i.fas.fa-bars. Press tab, and this pretty much should be a font awesome icon. So if you never use font awesome, let me actually bring it up really quick. So here's font awesome. So it looks like they, depending on when you're watching this, they might not have the CDN update or whatnot. But right now, since I'm filming this, it works still. And then pretty much you just need to create an account and then scroll to the profile icon. And then get your, click on Font Awesome CDN, and then it'll be right here. So I can just copy this. And let me go above this link tag right here. And just paste this inside my head tag. And I'll save this. Then let me go back to my page. And you can see the little bars icon. Now, depending on which language you're using, there's much easier ways to pass in icons. Or you could like download an icon and just drag it in your images. But for this example, this is probably the easiest way. But once we have that in, let me go under the div. And if you don't need it, you can just ignore that too. So now I'm going to just do dot navbar underscore underscore menu. Press tab here. Let me close this out. And then here, this is just the way I did this pretty basic navbar. There's much more complicated ways to write this. But in terms of ease sake, I'll just do it like this. I'm going to say a tag and then do dot navbar underscore underscore menu dash dash links. Press tab. And then href, let me just put slash for now. And then let's do home. And then the cool trick, you do Alt Shift down arrow. And I think on Mac that should be Option Shift down arrow. And then it pretty much copies it. So I'm gonna do that 4 times. And then in the second one, let's just change that to another menu. So let's do products. Third is gonna be services. And then the fourth one, I'll make this just sign up. And this one's also going to be a button, so I'm just going to put the, outside this tag, put ID equals to button. Now you can also change the tag and change it to a button as well, or add it, but that's for additional stuff you want to add that. And that's pretty much, if I save that, that is the entire nav. So let's just go under here, let me command slash this, and let's just put hero section. So let's save that there. And since we're here, I mean, it's such short code, we'll just add it here. So let's just do dot hero, and let me scroll up. And then the hero, let's do dot hero underscore underscore container. And then in the container, I'm gonna do dot hero underscore underscore container dash dash left. And this is gonna contain all the content on the left of the column I'm creating. So this is gonna be like a H1, they are coming. And then we can do like a H2 of be prepared. And then I'll put a P tag to say sign up now to join the list. Then over here, I'm gonna do a button dot hero underscore underscore container dash dash btn. And press tab. And then inside here, I'm gonna do an A tag and just simply just straight up have an href and just say sign up. And then underneath this button, and then next underneath that div, press enter. And then I'm gonna do dot hero underscore underscore container dash dash right, press tab. And then if I scroll up, I'm gonna have img dot, so this is the image, hero underscore underscore container dash dash img. Press tab. The src is just gonna be images slash, I just have img dash 2 dot svg. The alt can be like alien, UFO, whatever image you add. And for now, I'm gonna actually just drag this over. If you guys want, you can have the GitHub, you can download that or use whatever image you want. But let me just bring this over really quick. All right, perfect. Okay, now we got it. All right, so now we have this. So now all we need to do is pretty much style this and we are set to go. So first thing I'm gonna do is actually, let's erase this. And cool little trick we can do is, first let me reset this. Let me just do this first for now. Box sizing, let's just do border box. margin 0, padding 0, and then font family is, let's just do, I have this one, so I'm gonna do KUMBH sans, comma, sans serif. I'm gonna save that there. And currently I don't have that installed yet, but I mean, I can add that later. This is just a simple Google Fonts. But what we're gonna do is actually, let's go ahead and I'm gonna create another file, and I'm gonna do a new file and call this underscore navbar.scss. And the reason I put that is because I want to actually import this file into this one, so I can do like at import quotes the name of the file without the underscore, and then it automatically picks it up and just knows to apply the styles there. So I can just save it here. And so now pretty much whenever I just do anything, so like nav, or I think I put, let me check, I put navbar as my class. Yeah, so I'll put just navbar. I can put like color red. Well, you can't really see that. But if you didn't notice the, here, like that. Okay, so now you can see that's actually passing through and we are seeing everything. So let me just keep that there for now. And I don't need this styles right here. So what I'm gonna do is actually style the Navbar SCSS, but before I actually do that, I'm gonna create another file just for separation. Again, this is just preference, but I'm gonna do this, say new file, and just do underscore colors.scss. Now you could pass this into Navbar, but eventually if you had like more content on your page, you'd probably want to separate it. Or at least it's just all preference at the end of the day. But pretty much what you can do with SASS, you can do like a $, and I'm gonna call this light. Just name whatever your color is, and then do colon, then hashtag, then your color hex code. So F7, F7, F7. And then I can do like $dark, colon, which put like hashtag 222121, or what is it? Yeah, 121. And then here I have like lime. I just named it lime. You can name it green, whatever. Hashtag 00cc66. And then $orange red, colon. I'll put hashtag FB 4B 4E. And then if you wanted to, you can add like another color like this, blue, and then just pass in the color. So like 254, or what I put, 254 1B2. So now if I save this, and then I go to my navbar.scss, let me erase all this. I can do at imports, quotes, colors, semicolon, and then I can do again .navbar, and then I can say color, and then $lime, save it, and you can't see anything, so let me do background. And now you can see that it's colored based off of the value I set here. And you can also keep this entire code in here too, it's just preference. And pretty much now you can see that it got the actual code, so the actual color. So that's pretty cool there. So I actually want to do is change this, so erase this, and let's actually start styling this stuff. So first off, I want the background of it to be $light, save it here. And then let's set a height of 80 pixels. Display is going to be flex. Justify content will be space between. And then let's set a padding of 0.5 rem, calc. And this is just an easier way to make it responsive without having to create like a separate container around it. So I'm gonna do 100 viewport width minus 1200 pixels. Outside the two parentheses slash divided by 2, closing parentheses. And if I did everything, it should be, actually should be 1 parentheses here, my bad. Because you're dividing this by 2. And let's just say it for now, let's see how it looks. So now this is what it looks like, spread out. We're gonna get rid of that mobile icon soon. And then let's just put a z-index of, let's just do 10, just to make sure it's above. And then position relative. Because we're gonna need to add a position absolute to the actual bars. So we need to have relative on that one. Now, the cool thing with SASS is you can like nest your style. So I could go in here and be like, see how like Navbar logo is inside of these tags, like all these tags are inside of the Navbar nav. So what I can do is, it would technically be like .navbar underscore logo, and then you start styling it. So if I do like color $dark, it changes the dark color. And then if I do like, let me just do something that you can actually see crazy. So it's red right now. You see that? So now let's change it back to dark. Now it changed to dark. Now the cool thing is with SASS is whatever you name this. So like I named this Navbar. So if everything I named Navbar underscore or something, right? So I don't have to go in and type in .navbar. I can just straight up go the and underscore logo. Because it's nested inside of this navbar, it's gonna pick it up and be navbar underscore logo. So now you can see I save it and it's still the same. And then also if I change this to like red, it's still the same. And then if you actually check the actual styles.css, you can see that it created a navbar and then a separate navbar logo, and it just read it all from this right here. So it automatically knows that, which is pretty cool. And now I'm gonna go ahead and just finish off this logo. So let's just do cursor pointer. And then let's do a text decoration of none. And then font size is gonna be 2 rem. And then margin dash left will be 24 pixels. Now if I say that, it's gonna look like this. Now there's a really cool trick you can do with actual SASS 2. And I can go back above and I'm just gonna do a little % sign and then just say, I'm gonna call this one align center. And then curly brace, and you can pass in values that you end up reusing a lot. So for this short little code here, I ended up using display flex and align items center on multiple different CSS or say HTML tags. So instead of me having to repeat that every single time, I can just create it at the top here, and then I can just go in here and pass it and just straight up say X or at extend. And then I'm just gonna do the % align dash center, the thing I named it, and just semicolon. And then if you look at the SASS on the right, I save it, it changes. So now anything I add this little line right here is going to apply these two styles right there. That's a cool thing with SASS. And there's a bunch of other cool things you can do, but I'm just gonna do pretty much like the simple stuff for this video. And now I wanna target these bars, so I don't want those to be actually targeted. So again, this would be navbar bars. And I'm just gonna do and underscore bars. Set the opacity to 0. So now it's gone. And then there's a cool thing with mobile. Since I'm already here, let's just do mobile for now, because we're technically like a mobile screen. So I just created a new file, and then I just call this underscore media queries .scss. And what's cool here is what you can do is actually change or create a mixin, which essentially you can pass in content throughout any pretty much style page. So like if I go here and just say at mixin, and then I'm just gonna call this one tablet. You can name whatever you want. Curly brace here, and then I want to add media screen and max width of 768 pixels, curly brace, and then I'm just gonna pass in at content. So whatever I end up passing in here, we'll be getting the styles at that particular breakpoint. So I'll show you once I add this in, and then I have another. Let me just copy this, and then I just added last one for mobile. And there's like this one, the smallest phone screen. I think it's like the Galaxy Fold one. The one that's like 280 pixels. So I just ended up making one for 280 pixels, and then pretty much that's it here. So it looks like I have to put a semicolon here and a semicolon here. Save that now. So now I can go back to the Navbar SCSS or SCSS. I always get trouble having to say that. And what I can do is go inside of this bars, because now also for media queries, if you want to add something to a particular one, this is at least one way of doing it. You just go and nest it inside of there. So I can say at include tablet, which was the name that we created for this media query. So now if I want, so technically this view is 768 or less. So whatever I update, you'll be able to see the bars like show. So here I just want the color to be $dark. Opacity will be 1. And right now it looks like, let's see, SASS is saying something. Not sure what happened. Let me finish this up first. Let's do position absolute. And then let's do a top of 22 pixels. And then a right of 20 pixels. And then let's do a font size of 1 rem. And now it's saying something's wrong. So let's see here. No mixing name tablet. Oh yeah, one last thing I forgot to import at the top. So I'm just gonna say at imports quotes media dash QUERIS. Save. Actually, always put the semicolon after. Save it. And I can see we got little icon action going on here. So let's change that to go here to rem. And now we have the little mobile hamburger menu. So ideally, once this stuff is gone, which we're gonna add in a second, and we go fully out to like desktop, everything's gonna look better. So let's go ahead and finish this off. So I'm gonna go outside both, but the last curly brace is still inside. And then I'm gonna target at _ menu. So the Navbar menu, what I named it. I'm gonna use the thing we created above, so at extend. And then I'm just gonna say %align -center. Also, I have list style to be none. We got text align to be center. And then we can do margin. Let's do margin right of 24 pixels. Save that there. And then I want this to be gone on tablet. So within the menu, nested at include tablet, curly brace, I'm gonna say display none. Save it, boom, it disappears. Now within the actual nav menu, I have these nav links. So since it's nested, like it's almost like it's double nested because this is nested within the nav bar. So now this, I'm inside, so I have two curly braces. So now I'm inside the menu, nav menu. I'm gonna nest again. I'm gonna say and -- links, curly brace here. So here I'm just gonna say color is :dark. And then let's just do again the at extend. Let me just copy this so I save us some time. And then here I can say justify content center, text decoration none, and then padding 0.1 rem. So I'm gonna save this now. So if I bring this out, you can see our nav is looking pretty clean. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is under here, I'm gonna nest inside of this the hover effect. So and :hover. Let me scroll this up. I'm just gonna say color $lime, and then transition. Whoa. Transition is gonna be all 0.3s ease. Now you can create something for this too, because I already used this a couple times, but I'm just gonna keep it simple for now. So I scroll over, we can see we got the green little hover action. So now let's go ahead and let's finish up. So I have an ID button. So if we go back, I put this little ID right here on the sign up. So this is the way I did it. Again, you feel free to do whatever to fix this. But now I'm just gonna go outside of this, then outside the links. I'm still within the nav menu. So you can see here, right there. So what I'm gonna do, so we have two curly braces left. I'm just gonna say hashtag, so for ID button. And I'm just gonna do padding of 12 pixels by 24 pixels. Border is none. Outline is none. Border radius is 4 pixels. Background will be $lime. And let me close up my terminal real quick. And then let's do margin -left to be 16 pixels. And color is $light. And then in here, let's just add the little hover and :hover. I'm just gonna say background $orange red. And then I'm just gonna pass this transition here. So if I go back here, save it, voila, we got this super simple nav bar. And then we shrink it and nice and clean. So that's pretty much the nav bar. So now let's go ahead and style the hero section and call it a day. So let's go ahead, style here, and let's just comment this, say hero, hero section CSS. And I don't know, why did it, oh yeah. So now let's do, let's just say dot hero. Background color will be $light. And then inside it, we're nesting in __ container. I'm just say display is grid. Do a grid template columns of 1FR, 1FR. And then I'm gonna do a line items to be center. Justify self, whoa, come on. Justify self, center. Actually, it should be justify items. And then let's do margin 0 auto. So let me just say for now. So we noticed it switched. So in case you're like brand new to grid, essentially these are two columns, 1FR, 1FR. And then it's like if you inspect this, you can see the so if I go and speculatively, if I go here, just responsive, zoom out, hover, you see how there's like these lines. It's essentially two boxes. So now let me just finish this up. Let's just do height. I want 90 viewport height for this because I have my navbar taking up a percentage of the screen. So you'll still be able to see it on any, pretty much any size screen. It'll still be within the same look. Z index, let's just set this to 1. Let's do width 100%. Let's do max width 1200 pixels. Padding dash right is 24 pixels, and then padding dash left is 24 pixels. And we gotta include the mobile, so let's do @include tablet. And since we passed in the nav bar, it essentially passes in everything else that's within the nav bar to this page. So we don't have to actually import it from the top. So I'm gonna say grid template columns. And in order to make them stack on top, I just want only one column. So I save this now. Now you can see there's only one column here. And then height, set that to 100%. And then outside of this, so we're still in the nesting inside the hero. I'm gonna say well actually my bad, it has it inside the container. So the hero container dash dash left, so dash dash left. And then let's say width of 100%. Line height of 1.2, so just change up the left side. And then inside this left, we're gonna nest and say @include tablet. And then I'm gonna just do a padding of 5 rem top bottom, and then left right 0. Save it. It's got some more space action here. And then @mobile, or my bad, include mobile. Curly brace, let's just say line height of 1.5. And then we can go outside of this blue curly brace. Or again, if you have a different theme, obviously it'd be different. But pretty much we're gonna go outside of this one right here. So we still have 2 left curly braces. And I'm gonna say and dash dash left H1. Curly brace here, we can say font size of 4 rem. And again, by default, 1 rem is essentially 16 pixels. You can make a tweak to it, but for now, just keep it simple. But then we can say color, let's just do $lime, save it. And then let's do inside here, let's say @include mobile, curly brace font size, 1.5 rem. And it doesn't look like it did not work. Actually, no, my bad, it did work. Because this isn't, what's it called? This isn't tablet. Yeah, I think I need to add still the other additional style before that works. Yeah, if I do tablet, it should work. Okay, yeah, okay. So that was false alarm. So let's go outside the H1. And then let's just do H2. So we actually can copy this. Just copy this. Paste it. Let me change that to H2. Let's do font size same. Color will be $dark. And then let's do mobile 2 rem. And then under that one, copy it again. I'm going to change that to a P tag. And then let's just change, let's see, font size to rem. And then font weight, let's do 700. And it looks like it's pretty much the same. I mean, we can leave that for now, it doesn't really matter. And let's just do color, $dark. I already have color, so let me just erase this. And then let's just do margin dash top 1 rem. Save it. So you got a little spacing there. So actually, yeah, let's put font weight on here. Put 700. A little bigger, okay. And then yeah, we can leave the mobile. I include mobile here. And then let's go outside of this blue curly brace. And now let's target the buttons. I'm gonna say and dash dash btn. And let's do font size 1 rem. See the button's getting bigger. Background color is $lime. And let's see, let's do padding of 14 pixels by 32 pixels. Got a little bigger button. And then after that, let's do border to be none. Border radius to be, what is that, 4 pixels? And then let's do color is lights. Margin dash top to rem. Cursor pointer. And then let's do position relative. Transition is all 0.3s. And comma here. And then let's leave it with outline. Let's just put none for now. So here's our button. And then after this button, so outside this tag, I'm going to do again and dash dash btn a tag now. And then let's just say position is going to be relative. Now the reason I'm adding all this fancy styling is because of the little hover effect we had. You don't need this if you just have a regular button, but if you want to copy the hover effect I have, which was this little slide out, then you'd have to use this code. I mean, there's other ways to do it, but this is just the way I did it. So put the index of 2. Color is $lights. Text decoration will be none. And then after that, we're going to do and dash dash btn colon after. And then here, let's just do position, absolute, content, empty quotes, top 0, left 0, width 0, height 100%. Background will be $ orange, red. Transition will be all 0.3s. And just do border radius of 4 pixels. So now when we hover, we forgot to add that, so let me add that real quick. So after that, let's do and dash dash btn colon hover colon after. Curly brace here, let's set the width to a 100%. Then under there, let's do and dash dash right, text align center, and dash dash img, curly brace, and then we're gonna set the height to 100% and the width to 100%. So we hover over this, and this is what it looks like here. And then I'll shrink this back. And then we can see here, hover, and then also if we do the little inspect. By the way, I'm using Google Chrome, so in case you're wondering like how am I doing this, little changing things, that's right here. And then I'm gonna switch it to like Galaxy Fold, which is like super thin, like 280. And you can see the font size change. And then something like iPhone, let's do like iPhone X. It's like this. So this completes the super simple HTML SASS website homepage navbar tutorial. So if you want me to create even more content on this, make like a full website, or you want to see some more SASS, CSS, whatever tutorials, let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, share this with your friends, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.